Hey, today we're gonna install MANJARO kdE Linux, of course, on Oracle Virtualbox. If you want to download it, go to manjaro.github.io or type it in Google search, you will find it. And then on the download button, if you scroll down, I'm gonna use the install of the KDE version 15.12 64-bit. You can see it's the same thing on my desktop. So we're gonna open Oracle VirtualBox. I'm gonna add a new virtual system. I'm gonna name it MANJARO Linux. VirtualBox takes the man drive for us automatically, but I don't think we have the other one here, so I'm gonna leave it at man driver. What a name. What is it? Here, 64-bit. And click next. Recommend memory size 512 is a bit too little. I'm gonna use 4 gigs, but I think 2 gigs will do the same job. So click next. We're gonna create a virtual hard disk now. I'm gonna use a VDI VirtualBox disk image. Click next. It's dynamically allocated. So next, the name of our virtual drive. It's gonna be MANJARO Linux. You can choose whatever you want, but I'm gonna leave it at MANJARO Linux. They say 8 gigs, but I'm gonna use 30 or 20. I'm gonna use 20 or 21. Doesn't matter. Create. When we're on MANJARO Linux, we're gonna click on the settings button. On the system tab, I'm gonna uncheck floppy, and the processor tab, I'm gonna select 4 processors. If you can't select more processors, it's your BIOS doesn't allow virtualization. So if you need to know how you allow your BIOS to accept virtualization, find it on the internet for your BIOS version. Maybe your BIOS doesn't even support it, so you need to look at it. On display, I'm gonna use all the megabytes I can get. On storage, you can see we have an empty disk of the controller ID. I'm gonna select the ISO file we downloaded, or MANJARO kdE, sorry. You push on the disk button, you choose a virtual optical disk file, and on my desktop I have the file standing here, so I'm gonna open it, and it's selected on the controller ID. We're not gonna use audio for the network. We're gonna attach this to a bridged adapter of your Ethernet card that's installed in your computer. For USB, I'm gonna select USB 3.0 for the most of us already using USB 3.0. If you can't select 2 or 3, you need to serve to VirtualBox itself. Let's do this. On the downloads button, you see here VirtualBox extension pack. It's for support of 2.0 and 3.0 USB devices, and this extension pack will allow you to use these two. So just download it, install it, and VirtualBox will be able to let you select these 2 options. And I think this is it for this is it. And now we're gonna run it for the first time. So this setup uses your keyboard. I don't think you can use your mouse. Nope. So you use your keyboard. Start MANJARO Linux, or non-free drivers. I don't know what this means, but we're gonna just start MANJARO Linux. So when it's running, you can see it's already a live version. I'm gonna installation. You're gonna use TUS or Calamares. I'm gonna use TUS. Oh, it's new for me too, so keep it on English and install it by pushing forward. Country, territory or area. My area is not on this thing, but it doesn't matter. Show all locations. It's Dutch. It's Belgium. It's also for your keyboard, I guess. So make sure you use the right location settings. Click on forward. You see, it's Berlin, Germany, but actually I'm not from Berlin. I'm from Brussels. So use network time. Okay, Europe, forward. This is the keyboard setup. It's Belgium. Make sure you use your right setup. Click on forward. Now, erase disk and install Manjaro. Always do this. Don't use encrypted installation or use LVM, because you need to make sure what you're doing with these three settings. So just use erase disk and install Manjaro. Click on forward. The drive is the Virtualbox drive we created a few moments ago. And also use the device below for the bootloader. It's the same drive. Just leave it like the setup shows us. So click on install now. Do you really want to proceed and delete all of your content? Yes, because there ain't no content on it. So yes. Your name, the best. Your computer's name, just use best. Pick a username, it's the same thing. Just take one you like. Choose a password. So we're not gonna use a root password. So log in automatically. That's maybe a nice one. So click on forward. At certain points during the install, I will speed up the video so you don't have to wait. The installation is complete, as you can see. So do you want to restart your system now? Yes. I think we have a problem. Before you restart your system, you go to Oracle VirtualBox Manager, and on the Manjaro tab, you click on Settings. On the Storage tab, we need to remove the MANJARO kdE ISO file, so the system doesn't boot with this CD in the drive. So we're just gonna close Manjaro. Okay. Now we can remove this MANJARO kdE one. Are you sure you want to delete the optical drive? Yes, I want to remove it. Click on OK, then start your system again. Now Manjaro is installed. It isn't a live version anymore, and that's what we wanted. So you can see it's working. You can unbox this so it doesn't show up on the dialog. It doesn't show up on the startup every time. You just close it. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.